I think one of the problems we're making in trying to make advertising scientific is that we're using the wrong approach to science. Now, I'm a big fan of Claude Hopkins. I'm a big fan of direct marketing. I'm a very big fan of A/B testing. I'm a very big fan of experimentation. So I've got no beef with science there. But where I do have a problem, perhaps, is this idea that somehow the data tells you what to do. I don't think that's true, and I think that's actually a misappropriation of science when we try to do that. Now, the way I look at it is closer to kind of detective work, police work, than it is to scientific work, in that there is a scientific phase to what we do, but it's part of the process. If you look at police work, it actually has two phases. There's investigation, okay, in which case you find out who done it, and then there's finally building a case which can go into court and secure a conviction. So there's an investigative phase and there's a justificative phase, and they employ slightly different methodologies, okay? Quite often in the investigative phase, you'll look at data which is anecdotal, an outlier, gossip, a simple piece of unusual behaviour, which doesn't tell you anything. It has no evidential value. It won't secure a conviction, but it does tell you where to pay attention next, where to direct your thoughts, where to direct your imagination, where to go next, what to investigate next. And I think in demanding the same level of robustness in the investigative phase as we do, if you like, in the justificative phase, in other words, where you're trying to secure a conviction with hard and fast incontestable evidence, I think that's where we go wrong. We have to accept that the first phase of what we do as marketers is detective work. And that means we've got to be open-minded, we've got to look for evidence everywhere, we've got to make door-to-door inquiries, we've got to look for DNA, we've got to explore everything. Then, the second phase, indeed, is pretty scientific. It's saying, based on what we know, we have incontestable proof that this is a good thing to do. But you don't get to that phase, the whodunit phase, okay, without actually asking some pretty weird questions, without listening to the word on the street, without kind of looking at CCTV evidence, without actually open-mindedly looking everywhere, without demanding complete justification from the get-go. And I think if we as marketers try and bypass that first phase, we may feel very scientific, it may impress the finance department, but actually we won't be doing a great job of marketing. So if you'd like to know how to do the first phase, well, trust me, as a trainee detective, this kind of course is a kind of Hendon for you. I hope you like it, and I'd love to see you there.